All right, I want to teach you how to get AI to wear your products. So if you are a fashion brand or you work for a fashion brand, this is for you. Or if you are a fashion brand or a sunglass brand or a shoe brand, this is for you. And to be clear, we only want to make AI that looks real. The AI slop that you see online is not going to be passable for an ad. People hire me and my team and join our mentorship group to make ads that scale, plus retention, plus Google, plus the strategy part. And so this whole video series I'm doing on AI is to do stuff that you can literally run as ads and make money from. So why would you want to make ads from AI? Well, because if you're not making it with AI, you're either shooting it yourself, you're either hiring someone to do it, or even worse, you don't have any updated creative. And what's really cool, which I'll show you throughout this training, is with the right ingredients, you can literally do any photo shoot you want. We are having our own brands replace their photo shoots all with AI. And it's saving them, some of them $5,000 a month, some of them $10,000 per quarter. But not only that, allows them to post it, allows them to run it as ads. And that's the whole point of this, because AI is going to be an enabler for you to do 10x the output that you did previously, because AI is an enabler. It's going to allow you to 10x your output with significantly low cost. So the first step is, how do we get products in our AI photos of where it looks perfect, that they're wearing it, they're holding it. So for example, this is all AI, okay? These are real AI creatives that my team has made. Some of them we've turned into ads, some of them already are ads, but you would not be able to tell if this is AI if I hadn't told you. And so following the same principles that I've been releasing on this channel, you could do the exact same thing. I want to show you just a few steps, because once you have those few steps, you will now know enough to be dangerous, do the exact same thing for yourself. So if you're going to do this for yourself, here is what you need to do. First of all, is you need to have some kind of seed image. Now, I've talked about this before. I'm going to do a full demonstration for you guys, but always start with the seed image. Now, if you are just an insane prompter right now, you can actually do it without starting with the seed image. I have done that before as well. But the fastest path to get what you want to get to is always start with the seed image. Once you have that, then what you're going to want to do is then create changes to that initial seed images. So for example, if I was starting with an image with a cup, for example, I would then prompt whatever changes I want, and then that would then give me a net new image. Once I had that net new image, this is when you can really just start doing whatever the heck you want, because then I can add my products to that. Now, if you already have a killer seed image and you don't want to change anything, cool, like go ahead and change it out. But I just like to warn people, we want to make sure it's copyright free. Once we have that new image, add your products to that image with the prompt. That then gives you a perfect scene. Once you have that perfect scene, dude, create an ad from it. You can throw it into Canva, you can throw it into Photoshop, whatever you use to make ads. Now you're ready to rock and roll. But it's really critically important. You must have a high resolution image that you use to add to that new image. Now, what I like to just make sure it's really clear is I always like to prompt changes, because if the seed image you got was something you stole from social media, from online, it's going to be copyrighted and someone could come after you. Now, the chances of that happening are going to be very, very small, but that could happen. So what I like to do just as a practice is, if I steal something from online or social media, I don't use that thing as is. I will then prompt changes, especially if there's a person or a likeness to it. I will prompt changes to change them so that now I'm not stealing someone's likeness or stealing something copyrighted. It's now something unique and new. This is very important if you're stealing stuff from an actual business or a brand, because the chances of them coming after you is significantly higher than just like some random Joe, for example. So make sure you make changes so that it's something new now. So for example, we're going to do this throughout this video. This is a guy that was made with AI. This guy is completely fake, so I don't have to make changes to him, okay? He is already a fake AI person. But if I had seen this online and I stole this person, then I would make changes to his likeness so that now I'm not stealing him. For example, if this came from like a Banana Republic photo shoot, I'm for sure going to make some changes to it, because I don't want them to come after me, okay? Because I can promise you they have way more money than I do, and they're lawyer's roster is very deep. I say that because one time, years ago, I stole something from Gary Vaynerchuk, and like literally a week later, I got a cease and desist from his team. So kind of a claim to fame. All right, so this is a fake AI image that I added products to him, okay? And I put him in different scenes. I'm gonna show you different ways to do this. But like once you understand the principles and the basics, you can literally take any person that you've made or stolen, obviously made changes to, and put them in any scene wearing any products. And like that is the true power. So let's do this. So remember the initial instructions, I always start with the seed image. This is my seed image. Everything else then I can add to it from there. So here's what I did. I took this seed image of this person. I took a high resolution image of the product. And by the way, this is a female sweatshirt, okay? A female sweatshirt. And one thing I think is a big secret, just to pause here for a second, is I've noticed with specifically fashion, if you just take a product, throw it on a model, it may lay like it's not supposed to lay. And so for our fashion brands, why that's really important is because the fit and how it looks is important. And so if you create something without doing the step I'm gonna tell you, what will happen is that it won't lay correctly, it won't fit correctly, and it may actually turn people off. So the secret I've uncovered is I will take the high resolution image of the product, and it must be high res. Don't just like take a screenshot of the website, it must be high resolution, because you see all this fine lettering inside of this sweatshirt, the fine lettering. If it's not high res, it won't come out in the output. That's why it must be high res. The more intricacy, the details, the higher res you need. But then what I learned is like if I give it a third image as a reference of how it fits, how it lays, how it shapes the body, that's perfect. So I did this brackets replacement, replaced the shirt of the modeled image 1 with this sweatshirt in image 2, image 3 for shape, fit, and wear reference for a real person. Shot with ultra realistic iPhone 6, 8 megapixel camera, heavy 1800 grain, shallow depth of field. And that's freaking perfect. Now, once you have that, now you understand these principles, let's do it some more. So then what I did is I took this guy right here. Now I have a picture perfect image of him wearing it. I don't have to then retrain it with a model now. It already understands that. You could, but I don't have to. And so now, and this is a big secret, one thing I realize is because I don't care about just making AI for the sake of it. I only want to do things that are going to increase my team's output and increase the money for our brands. And so what I've realized, my personal favorite hack right now, is I take something that's created with AI, but I throw in real with it. Because if you have AI but something real, it really tricks the brain and it looks completely real as well. And so what I like to do is when I'm changing out models or characters, I always like to have either a background or something in the visual that is real, and then it just comes across. It's like I can get 90% of the way there, but that sense of real, it just really just sends it over the edge to where you can't tell. So here's what I did. I took this image, again, fake guy, real sweatshirt, but a real image. So what I did was I went and I found this image online, okay? It's just a Starbucks I randomly found, took a screenshot of it, and I was like, I want this guy wearing this sweatshirt standing in front of this Starbucks. And it looks so freaking real. I've done several tests with my team, like giving several different images, AI and real, and like no one could tell that that was actually AI, so it's pretty dope. So here's what I did. Put the man image 1 and what he is wearing in image 1 in the setting of image 3, which is a Starbucks outside, image 3. Scene. Man is leaning against the rail, hands in pocket, looking at the camera. One leg is straight, the other slightly bent. He is leaning back on the back rail. Full body is visible with white Nike shoes, white beige pants, his navy gold sweatshirt. Image 2, to keep it exactly correct. Frame, full body shot, see the Starbucks behind him, an exact copy to image 3. Empty chairs, taken from 20 feet away, shot on iPhone 9, ultra realistic, no editing, rendering, uneven lighting, imperfections, creases, and close. So if you watched this channel before, like these are some of the secrets I picked up on after doing hundreds and hundreds of image prompts, specifically for brands, okay? Is I take fake, add in real, and now you can't tell. But I also like to purposefully prompt imperfections. If you don't do this, AI tries to make everything look really real. I like to prompt in imperfections, whether that's a stain on his shoes, creases, wrinkles, messy hair, concrete, for example. Make the concrete not perfect, because real life is not perfect. There's always some imperfection, which is actually what makes things quite perfect, right? And so that's a big secret that's helped me out a lot, to where I've taken this stuff, run it as ads, and boom, off the races. Now, that's how you can do it. Now, how can you take, for example, a really great pose you like or a really great scene and then just swap out the characters using this strategy. So again, I took this guy, completely fake, and then I took this sweatshirt and I randomly found, I just literally Googled Asian man with a dog, right? And I wanted him to be like in this kind of setting, this kind of pose, and I made this. So it was very simple. Swap the Asian man image 1 and what he is wearing image 2, see that sweatshirt, and the setting of image 3, exactly as image 3 is with the white dog behind him holding the white dog in his arms. Keep the Asian man in his face, features, and hair exactly as they are in image 1. And then I describe the scene. For example, if you watch one of my previous videos, when you're prompting, what you want to do is when you're talking about specific poses, that's when you want to describe the pose that they are doing. If I had not done that, what would have happened is it would have come out kind of wonky, wouldn't have been exactly as that man is. But what you want to do is, imagine if you took a picture of what's in your mind, not describe what they're doing, describe that exact frame. And so if you looked at a picture and you just described that exact frame, you would describe how his legs are, how his arms are, how he's sitting, where the dog is. You would describe that, right? And if you do that, your outputs are literally going to come across 100% exactly what you want every single time. So I've shown you 2 examples that I've done. We're going to do another example live. All right, so to test this out, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to our database. So this database that we have has hundreds of images and prompts you would use to replace photography and to make images of any AI model to wear your products. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find an image in here that I like, okay? I like this image, I'm just gonna download it real quick. And what's great about this database is I have hundreds of models in here, I have hundreds of poses in here. That's easy for me to just swap stuff out. So using the principles, what I'm gonna do next is find a Nike design. So I already found it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a screenshot of the model right here. Now I don't have a high res of this, but image gen models are getting so good that as long as you have a really good reference of the design, and this design isn't really, it's not intricate in the details, right? There's a little bit of intricacy, but it's not like fine lettering. Like I said, the more intricate the details, the more you need to have high res stuff. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to Higgsfield. Now I like to use Higgsfield, you don't have to use Higgsfield. Eventually I'll teach you guys how to do the scientific images that I'm showing right here. Please use the link in the description, especially if you want a discount right now. It is an affiliate link, but it helps me out tremendously and I use it. I literally am on the highest possible paid plan on Higgsfield because I do so much prompting, so does my team. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to my database real quick. I'm gonna copy and paste the prompts that I use to swap stuff out. And that's why I love my database. It just saves me so much time. I'm now going to upload real quick those images. I'm gonna upload the image right here of the scene from my database. I'm now going to upload the designs. All right, cool. So now I have the designs, got it. So I'm going to now use the same principle I taught you guys. So replace the shirt of the modeled image 1 with the Nike shirt in image 2, image 3 for, not for shape, but for design reference. Not on an iPhone, but instead a good camera. So we're gonna do, actually, I'm gonna go back to my database and pull camera types. That's another benefit about the database is we have tons and tons of camera types in there. I'm gonna pull, let's do a Canon, that's good. Canon EOS 5, that sounds good. Shot with Canon EOS 5. I don't care about grain. Just gonna delete that. Just gonna delete all that. Cool. So I'm gonna do a few of them. I'm gonna do Sea Dream. I'm gonna do Nana Banana, so the Sea Dream. I'm gonna do Nana Banana, because Nana Banana is awesome. Boom. All right, we'll come back in a second and take a look. All right, guys, we're back. Holy crap, would you look at that? It's perfect. It's literally perfect. Kept everything exactly the same. The design reference is exactly as it is in the image. And just like that, in no time at all, I can swap out anything I want with the models to have them wear whatever I want. And it's perfect. It matches everything about it, just swapped out the image. I even tried different versions of having the shirt tucked in, not tucked in. Bam, welcome to the new age. So that is how you can get very simply to get anyone to wear any of your products. Follow the principles, make sure it's copyright free. I really believe in that. That seed image that I did was already made with AI. That's why I have my database. I have hundreds and hundreds of models in there, poses in there. I can do whatever I want. It is like literally a sorcerer's dream, okay? Make sure you use the link in the description, especially the Higgsfield link if you want to use Higgsfield. I freaking love Higgsfield. If you want a tutorial like all the things Higgsfield can do, let me know because I'm just a master at this point. And if you need help doing this for your brands, join our mentorship group. We have this training plus other trainings on how to run meta ads, how to scale meta ads, how to run email marketing, how to do Google advertising, how to do strategy, how to do creative strategy, so many different things that you need as a brand to scale your brand. And I'll see you in the next video.